Good afternoon guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be tackling what will hopefully be a relatively straightforward job on the Kangoo van. So we're going to be replacing the pads and the brake disc on the passenger's front wheel. Now you may remember from a number of episodes back when I was having to replace the steering knuckle and the wheel hub on the driver's side, and I did the brake disc at the same time. I've still got the old part here. One of the real big issues that I was experiencing was trying to get this disc actually separated from the hub, and the biggest culprit was these two locating bolts. They were absolutely seized on and I couldn't get the parts separated. So I'm hoping, of course, that the same problem isn't going to be on the passenger side, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Maybe I'll get this van jacked up and see what's what. Try something a bit more metal. There we go. Right, so with the wheel now finally off, these are the two locating bolts that I was having real problems with when I did the hub and knuckle on the driver's side. Looking at the heads of these, they look like they're in pretty good shape. So hopefully with a little bit of WD soaking and an assistance with a new Torx key that I bought, hopefully we'll be able to get these off. That's not looking good. No. Well, what's happening is that the Allen key is just twisting. God's sake. Exactly the same problem as I had with the other side. Let's try this one. Probably going to be no different. Oh, interesting. I've got that one turning, look. Bit stiff, but that one is turning. That's a lot further than how I got with the other one. Right, that's one. Let's try again. It's giving me hope. That one is just twisting. Try a punch. Ay, 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 ay. We're turning. Yeah! You can see now the grooves obviously are out of line, so it's spinning. It's spinning! Yeah! Perseverance. I hope that the thread inside hasn't actually just dislodged from the head of this, and it's just the head that's going to come off and leave the thread inside. That'll be a bit annoying. I think I might have got lucky. Right, caliper next. Right, so on the back of the caliper, two 18mm bolts, being these two here, and that should then get this whole assembly off. There we go. And just with that in situ, let's try this one. There we go. One. Two. Okay, so with the caliper and cradle now on the bungee, we can have a closer look at these pads. Look at that. Just look at that lip. Definitely no good if the only part touching the brake disc itself is this inside edge, because that is not touching the disc at all. So braking efficiency is shocking on this corner. Okay, right, let's get them swapped out and replaced. That's one in. This one. There we go. Right, pads in now. So next job, get this disc off. Why is this not moving? Jesus, man! Let's try something a bit bigger. There we go. Crashed. Look at the inside edge of this disc. So all it was touching was on this inside edge. So there's the pad. You can see there that lip. This inside edge here was what was, of course, making contact with the bit that's shiny, and all this stuff on the outside, all this rusty bit, was on this outside edge and was making absolutely no contact whatsoever. Definitely need a change in. Right, so of course we've got, remember from when I did the other side, we've got the disc from before, so we'll get that one on. Now we've got to try and get this caliper to slide over. Damn, I knew it. I knew it. Right, so the problem that I now have, probably ought to have done this before trying to fit the pads. So that's the caliper piston, and as you can see, it has protruded out slightly, just this edge here. So of course what that's doing is that when that piece there is supposed to be in flush with this rubber gaiter. So what's happened, of course, this particular pad here is actually too far over this way, meaning that this gap between the two pads is too small, and it's too small to fit over the edge of the brake disc. So what I need to do is get these back out again, compress this piston, put the pads back in, and then hopefully that gap will be wide enough to go over the top of the disc. Hindsight is of course a beautiful thing. I really ought to have probably checked this first before. Get this one out as well. That's really annoying. This one. Oh, perfect. Perfect. What it'll do is it'll put an even press of all the pressure from this G-clamp all the way across that piston. Right, so with the G-clamp obviously pressed against the back of the cradle, socket inside there, and this piston edge, as we start to turn the handle, will start to depress and should hopefully then butt up to being level with this rubber ring. So hopefully the camera will pick this up as we start to twist. Let's see if it works. There we go, look. There we go, Beautiful. Right, clamp off, pads back, and then hopefully it'll fit over the disc. Take that out. Hopefully what it should mean now is that it will fit over the top of the disc. Beautiful. Locate the bolts. So I'm putting my foot on brake now and it's doing nothing at all. Now all of a sudden it then bites. It was just closing the gap between the pads and the disc where the piston was in, just that little bit. Just realised I've got my back door open. Away as well. Yeah, brakes are very good. Excellent. Right then guys, job done. New discs, new pads, braking efficiency back to where it should be. Really pleased. So yeah, fantastic results. Right, okay, hope you guys found that video useful. Big shout out of course to Sutton Auto Factors once again for supplying the parts. Got the pads off them and of course I got that disc from them before. So big shout out to you guys, nice one, thank you very much. I'm really pleased with my ingenuity on trying to get those locator bolts out of them discs as well, because that was a real pain in the bum when I was doing the steering knuckle and the hub from before. So to get those out this time I'm really pleased. So yeah, hopefully you found that video useful guys. If you liked it then please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down of course. If you want to put forward any comments, let us know how you think I did, and if you've got any tips and what have you. If I have done some bits wrong then yeah, please feel free to shout out. If you do want to check out my other social media platforms, there's details of those in the description. And if of course you'd like to continue supporting the channel, then just hit the subscribe button at the end of the video. Right, okay, thanks ever so much for tuning in guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, see you later, bye now.